All right, so future directions, and I want to be cognizant of time for questions. There's a lot now on environmental enteric dysfunction. This is a really interesting article that came out from Science in 2013, and it's kind of, there's a lot of ongoing work on microbiome and who gets, among kids who are at risk, who gets malnourished and who doesn't. So in this study, they took twins from Malawi, and they took twins who had kind of concordant nutritional status and twins, you know, who are in the same household, similar or same genetics, depending on, you know, what kind of twins they are, in di or monozygotic twins, and did fecal transplants into mice. And you can see from this model A, the blue mice were given stool colonization from kids who were malnourished, severely malnourished, and the red ones were given stool samples from the twins who were well nourished. And you can see they were given a typical diet from the area, and there was dramatic weight loss in the mice who had been given the microflora from the children who are more malnourished. So both sets of mice were then given kind of ready to use fortification, like something like plumpy nut, and they both gained weight, and the mice who had gotten the transplant from the malnourished kids gained weight more dramatically, but never quite caught up then, even though they started at the same weight. And then they were reintroduced to the Malawian diet, and they both kind of stayed steady before slowly decreasing in weight. But again, the mice that had the microflora from the malnourished children overall did worse. And then they looked at, this is just looking at kind of the Malawian diet first, and the ready-to-use, and then the kind of nutritional rehabilitation, and then back to the Malawian diet. And you can see, you know, there are all these different species of flora that light up. It really changed over time. So I think this is kind of a direction a lot of the global malnutrition researchers are going. And it's really interesting, and it's really interesting to think about who gets malnourished and who doesn't within the same environment, with the same environmental factors. But I don't want to lose sight of the fact that, you know, if you address poverty, inequality, access to food, medical care, education, and all those things, you're not going to see these kids who are getting kwashiorkor anymore. So I think, you know, with all, and even as we're looking at the science, we can't lose sight of the basic public health facts that we already know.